So here we are testing the GoPro with the external mic. This is it on the holder of my filter machine. Just waiting for the sunlight to hopefully illuminate the Giants Causeway, which is over here. So welcome to a quick update from my video blog channel. There's been a lot of feedback on the channel and offline about the quality of the audio, which I have mentioned just once or twice. So I decided today to get myself a little external audio mic. It is a Pro Sound external audio mic. It's got about 3 meters of cable with it. And this is really just a quick update and a quick test. I'm here at the beautiful Giants Causeway. I'm actually up on the top path, just waiting for the light, hopefully, but also just doing a little bit of a test with the audio. So there's not really going to be too much in this particular video, I don't think. The video is being recorded by an HD Hero 2, which of course has got an external jack for a mic, but of course all of the casing doesn't really have a jack input, which is diabolical really. So I had to fashion myself one today with a drill and some filing, but I think it's worked okay. So yeah, I'm up top, actually pointing out this way towards, I'm actually above the main causeway bit. Not going to get too close to the edge. But yeah, so really want the light to illuminate the area just here. Let me just quickly swivel this around and hopefully you can see above the camera. So I'm kind of pointing, getting some of these reeds in the frame, long exposure to give a bit of movement in those, give a bit of interest in the coast below, and then what we really want is the sun to illuminate the main cliff face of the causeway. So yeah, but this is going to be a very quick video. I wasn't actually planning on recording anything in particular today, but I thought it might be a good idea, a good chance just to test the audio quality. So, Giants Causeway, hopefully improved audio. And hopefully some light. That's the one thing I can't control. So, light still hasn't hit the causeway as much as I would have wanted at the moment, but there's still some nice stuff going on out this way. Let me again just swivel the camera around and let you see what I'm looking at, because it's all rather nice. So basically, I've got a 3-stop ND grad on, as you can probably tell from the, in fact let me just lift the camera out of its dock. We'll talk through the image just a little bit. So as you can imagine, there's quite a dynamic range between the highlights there in the sky and the foreground here. Ideally, great to have a little bit of light on some of the causeway. Not sure it's going to happen anytime soon, but I quite like how the sky is. So, graduated, 3-stop graduated neutral density filter, soft edge on the front, and then in behind here we have a 10-stop neutral density filter. That is giving me around an exposure of about 20 seconds. However, it was a little bit dark in places last time, so I'm actually going to do a manual override of that and go for 30 seconds and maybe blend the two images together The 20-second one gave me reasonable light in the sky and a little bit of light, definitely enough sort of light in the sea, but I wasn't overly happy with the amount of light in the foreground. Again, ideally it'd be great to have some light on these reeds because it just really does light up quite well. So yes, hopefully the audio is working, which is really the only reason for me recording this very quick video for you guys tonight. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. Yes, definitely got a bit more light now going on the midground. So, cool. But I really want that sun to light in there, but it may now have set a little bit too much. I'm not quite sure what time it is, because as usual my iPhone died. So the sun may have already set a little bit too much to illuminate the original image that I was going for, but I'll hang around here because there's enough gaps in the horizon that something interesting may still happen. And hopefully the audio is still working well. Catch up in a bit. So I'm kind of glad I have now faced into the sun because there was all kinds of deliciousness going on the horizon. I'm still shooting with the ND Grad, still shooting with the ND 10 stop, and I'm actually doing 2 exposures, one for the sky at about 30 seconds, one for the foreground and the rest of the image, which I will blend in post. And I am absolutely loving what is going on that horizon. There's a little bit of light. Just swivel. There's maybe a little bit of light coming in on here. Certainly nowhere near as much as I would like. Right in the distance, shall just remove you from your little pod. Come with me. Right in the distance, the light over here, over downhill and Mucidin, and of course into Donegal looks spectacular. It was lighting up kind of into sort of Dunluce area and White Rocks area, but that's sort of fallen away a little bit. As I say, ideally I would like a little bit of light coming in just in here somewhere, but I really like this. This is giving some pretty interesting conditions on the horizon. Take a little dander forward, show you where I am actually. So that is the main causeway that I'm sure you've seen plenty of images of in the past, not least from me. And I'm sure there is interest to be had down there as well. But I'm going to stay put. I'm going to be patient. Something that I'm continuously trying to do. You know, I staked out this spot. I plan to stay here until after sunset. And we'll just see how we go. Well, that was rather nice. Things kind of came alive. Hopefully the little time lapse that I had running did it justice. That was rather beautiful. I'm hanging around after sunset now, just doing a long exposure with a 10 stop ND on, but the clouds kind of took on a little bit of the light for a few seconds and then have kind of disappeared. This time of year, there is the opportunity in the Northern Hemisphere to see noctilucent clouds. That's how you pronounce it. I'm no expert, but potentially over here. I think the sun needs to dip behind the horizon, below the horizon a little bit more. So sunset has just set. I say I've got a long exposure running here. It's been going for 2 minutes 50. Probably go for about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, but most of the colour has disappeared from the cloud now. Sometimes I find it pops back again, but I don't think that's going to be one of those days. So almost time to make my way back to the car. But glad I came out, not just testing the new mic, but absolutely beautiful conditions here at the Giants Causeway. So that was F8 for almost 4 minutes. 2 minutes? Nah. Most of the colour has now gone from those clouds, and they're not quite moving fast enough to give anything else. So I think we're probably going to call that a wrap for the evening. And a very enjoyable evening it was too, here at the Giants Causeway on the North Antrim coast. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to pack up here, wander back to the car, head home, job done. Oh, and hopefully the mic has worked. I guess I'll find out soon enough. Catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm the man with the mic. Oh, yeah. Baby.